Hello and welcome to my latest weekly video news from Madison. So I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I went up to Bristol for a couple of days and then my build is reaching a very intense stage. I'm at the end, very nearly moving in hopefully a week tomorrow. A week Friday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. And so yes, going to site quite a lot in the mornings, which is the time when I record this. So I'm so sorry, last week you didn't get one. So this week, well, what's going on? Zoopla brought out their latest review of what's going on in the market, and they were looking at house price growth, affordability, and the impact they feel the mortgage climate is having on the market. So overall, house price growth for the year is at about 0.1% up over the last 12 months. So it's we saw a lot of drops sort of this time last year, and it's kind of stabilised since then and actually risen a little bit to mean that we're flat on a 12-month basis. It's quite frustrating actually. One of the comments that's coming out a lot in the media is how unrealistic buyers are being with their negotiations. We quite often at the moment get really reduced offers on the asking price, and it just doesn't work. It puts a buyer off to such a bad footing. Eventually, with good negotiation, we can get to a level that works, but the seller's then lost all belief in that buyer and is constantly nervous that the minute that there's a problem with the survey, they'll be looking to reduce the price back down to a level that they were originally more comfortable with. And the reality is the survey might reveal something that was unexpected, but in that poor negotiation and understanding of the market at the beginning, the buyer has done themselves no favours at all. So only yesterday we got an offer on a property which they said was reduced because of the fall in house prices. No, we listed that property 3 weeks ago. House prices haven't fallen since then. In fact, they've probably slightly risen because mortgage rates went up a couple of weeks ago. Down a couple of weeks ago, got more affordable. So yeah, buyers beware at the moment. It's certainly more of a buyer's market, but you need to be realistic with your negotiation. Otherwise you'll get off to a bad foot and the seller will not sell. And if they need to sell, they're not going to sell. So that was one comment that was coming up from the kind of the data that's come out. Zoopla also commented on what is going on a regional basis. So house price drop has been one of the most severest in the southeast. And they feel that's because of what is going on with the mortgage and the rental market. So while mortgage rates were very, very low for the last, oodles of years, 15 years or so, rents actually were more expensive. They're about 10% more than if you bought that equivalent property with a normal deposit and a mortgage. You'd be paying 10% more to rent it. So it made sense to buy it for a variety of reasons, but not just from an affordability perspective. Well, of course, rents have been going up heavily here in the southeast. Landlords looking to recoup their extra mortgage costs, so pushing their rents up and showing that they will be held at that level. So now, actually, it is more expensive to buy an equivalent property here in the southeast than rent it. And that, Zoopla think, is causing a lot of the issue. If you go to the north of the country, that's certainly not the case at all. And they are seeing that actually it's still cheaper to buy than to rent. So that first-time buyer market having a bit of an impact on the property world, and it will be interesting to see with rates coming down a bit. So rates now sit slightly below 5% if you've got a healthy deposit, expected to come off further over the next course of the rest of the year. So it'll be interesting to see how that feeds through and whether that has a bit of an impact. Also, banks are stress testing. So they've always stress tested for quite a while. It didn't have to legally a little while ago, it stopped that. But since 2014, they have been stress testing. Stress testing means they check that were rates to go up by 3%, could you afford that mortgage? So now they're stress testing it up at 8%. So for first-time buyers, that does make things very, very difficult. However, affordability, this might intrigue you. So looking at affordability against 12 months ago, and obviously we were in a housing boom then, actually affordability is very good. And in the London region, for the first time in over 15 years, it's going to single-digit affordability. What do I mean by that? So let's give you a simple example. If average earnings were at £10,000 per annum and the average cost of a house was £100,000 in your particular area, 10 times your earnings comes to 100. So affordability ratio would be 10. So when it goes to single digits, that means that basically people are earning more than the house price is cost them. Their affordability is getting easier. That's better for them. So in London, what you have actually got is enormous wage growth going on, house prices dropping a bit, and affordability looking very comfortable. So those higher mortgage rates can be afforded. So that was quite an interesting little take. When you hear the doom and gloom about how tricky it is to get on the housing market, it's easier now than it was when I was first getting on, believe it or not. So yeah, a good roundup there hopefully for you of what is going in. We're coming into the autumn market. I'm about to record a vlog for wonderful My Tunbridge Wells, all about getting in for Christmas and how to get yourself ready to do that if that is your big plan to move in for Christmas. Obviously, we will enjoy a busy autumn market. I love the autumn market. It's short, it's sharp, it runs to about the first week of December. It's quite frenetic. I was negotiating 4 offers yesterday alone, so here it comes. So I look forward to bringing you more on how it's actually feeling here. If you're thinking of buying, why not look at Colvard Park Road? I've got 3 properties for sale there at the moment. They're all a little bit different. One, very strong on bedroom space. A second one, move in, do nothing, beautifully presented, relax, enjoy. Another one, excellent storage and a larger property than the others. They're all at a similar price, 700 to 750. Any of interest, give me a call. Hope you have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.